Hello everyone. All are welcome to in my presentation. My study is entitled as a study on the relationship between sustainable development awareness and decision making among higher secondary school students in Thiruvananthapuram district. Introduction of the study. Globalization and digitalization connect the world. As a result, cultures mix, economics grow, and communication speed up. The world becomes increasingly complex and uncertain. Humanity is altering the planet's climate, animals, and landscapes in unprecedented ways that threatening our life on Earth. The students need new perspectives to be able to understand the rapidly changing world they live in. In addition, they need to participate in this world. Many of them also want to help reduce poverty, protect the environment, and create inclusive societies. Education for sustainable development that empowers learners to take informed decisions and responsible actions for environmental integrity, economic viability, and a society for present and future generations while respecting cultural diversity. Decision making is the process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative resolutions. Sustainable development awareness is helps to the students to develop their decision making for current and future generations and the practice of engaging in analytical dialogue and problem solving mechanism through active mental and emotional inquiry for the transformation of individuals, communities, and institutions. Next one, need and significance of the study. Sustainable development involves the three areas of environment, economy, and society, with a focus on the relationships between environmental protection and human development. The education provides sustainable development goals and guide to the students to preparing good sustainability citizen and protecting our resources in the global society. The sustainable development is to enable individuals to reflect on their own actions, taking into account their current and future social, cultural, economic, and environmental impacts from a local and global perspective. Sustainability challenges, including climate change, loss of biodiversity, poverty, epidemics, and violent conflict, manifest at a certain location, and the underlying causes are linked to other nations, locations, and even the global society. Hence, options for migration, adaptation, and solution to those interconnected environmental, social, economic, and political challenges call for education to enable the young generation to act and engage responsibility and innovatively with this world. The sustainable development is to enable individuals to reflect on their own actions, taking into account their current and future social, cultural, economic, and environmental impacts from a local and global perspective. Objectives of the study. First objective, to find the relationship between the sustainable development awareness and decision making among high secondary school students. Next objective, to compare the sustainable development awareness of male and female high secondary school students. Next objectives, to compare the decision making of male and female high secondary school students. Next, the hypothesis of the study. There is significant relationship between sustainable development awareness and decision making among higher secondary school students. There is significant difference between male and female higher secondary schools students in their sustainable development awareness. Next hypothesis, there is significant difference between male and female higher secondary school students in their decision making. Next, the methodology in brief. The investigator adopted the normative survey method for the study. Then the sample of the study consisted only 200 higher secondary school students and from Thiruvananthapuram district. The investigator selected the variables of the studies are sustainable development awareness and decision making. Tools used for the study. The investigator used two tools for the study. First one, sustainable development awareness scale and decision making scale. Sustainable Development Awareness Scale validated through the questionnaire contains 20 items and the self-reported scale used to measure students' awareness towards sustainable development. The set of statements which they are rated using 5-point Likert scale, namely strongly agree, agree, uncertain, disagree, and strongly disagree for the study. The decision-making scale, it is validated. Questionnaire contains 24 items and the self-reported scale used to measure students' ability towards decision-making. The set of statements which are rated using 5-point Likert scale, namely always, frequently, sometimes, rarely, and never for the study. Next, the analysis and interpretation of the data. Here, the table 1 shows the results of the significant relationship between sustainable development awareness and decision making among higher secondary school students. So, from the table, the R value shows that 0.785 is more than the table value R 0.181. So it is a significant relationship between sustainable development awareness and decision making among higher secondary school students at the 0.01 level of significance. So this hypothesis is accepted. Next, the table 2 shows the result of significant difference between sustainable development awareness of male and female higher secondary school students. So from the table shows the t-value 3.22 is more than the table value t is 2.60. So this shows that it is a significant difference between the sustainable development awareness of male and female higher secondary school students at 0.01 level. So this hypothesis is accepted. So it is a graph. It is showing the mean scores of sustainable development awareness of male and female higher secondary school students. So this graph is clearly shows that there is a significant difference between the mean scores of sustainable development awareness of male and female higher secondary school students. So next, the table 3 shows the result of significant difference of decision making of male and female higher secondary school students. So here shows the t-value from the table is more than the table value 2.60 at the 0.0 level. So this table shows that it is a significant difference between decision making of male and female higher secondary school students at the 0.0 level. So this hypothesis is accepted. Next shows a graph. So this graph is showing the mean scores of decision making of male and female higher secondary school students. So this graph is clearly mentioned that showing is the significant difference of mean scores of decision making of male and female higher secondary school students. So next, the major findings of the study. First one, there is significant difference between sustainable development awareness and decision making among higher secondary school students. The obtaining correlation coefficient is the value R 0.785 is significant at 0.01 level for the total sample. Next, the finding shows there is significant difference between the male and female higher secondary school students in their sustainable development awareness. Here the t-value is 3.22, which is a significant at 0.01 level. Next one, there is significant difference between male and female higher secondary school students in their decision making. Here the t-value is 3.56, which is a significant at 0.01 level. Next, finally, the conclusion of the study. So it found from the study that the relationship between sustainable development awareness and decision making among higher secondary school students is positive relationship and significant. This means that higher sustainable development awareness leads to the higher level of decision making of the students. So that decision making is the key competence in sustainable development. It helps to the students to take major decision and judgment in social, economic, and environmental problem solving in their life. The sustainable development awareness to the students helps to learn how the environments will be impacted when current consumption trends continue. So the sustainable development awareness helps to improving the capacity of students to address environment and development issues and tell it to the students and helps to the development of the students to make active sustainability citizen. Thank you all.